We're live. Mickey Love. That's an easy way around anyway. I don't know if anybody's watching. You can't really tell. It's probably picking up that thing. Let's see if it's going out. I've just been looking into the plans on Streamyard. I'm now live on your channel. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're there. Good morning. Presumably, I'll be able to, on that other laptop, it's not that easy to do. But I should be able to pop out my YouTube chat on, there we are. 1 second. Click on there. Make sure you can't hear me. Hello, Craig. Sorry, I'm just messing about. Sorry to mess about. But it's the first time I've done it. I've just been looking into the StreamYard pricing. It's $20, I think, for the 720. If you get the professional ones, about 40. It's a bit out of my price range, love. But I'd already set up a stream on OBS, so this allows you to go out loud and clear. Good. I think the audio is good on here, isn't it? So I'm just going to see if the StreamYard chat keeps up with the YouTube, because there's a 14-second delay. Anyway, have you all got your fluid? Nobody's mentioned fluid. So I've gone back on the Arbiter on top of the Guar. Yeah, I think it says 39 now, Shrek. $39, I think. Kenny, how you doing? Nice to see you. I can actually see them twice. They are popping up at the same time, so you're not losing out on the StreamYard chat when you're using that, Kenny, because it's popping up at the same time on the YouTube, and I've popped the chat out. It's bloody freezing here today. I've just been talking to my dad on the phone. He's 87. I said, God, it's cold today. He said, it will be. It's January. I'm glad I don't have to do... Well, you can do it on the phone, can't you? Go live on your phone. It's easy now. It used to be once you get to 1K. If you like your cinnamon Danishy things, get yourself some of that. Absolutely lovely. Got it from Dispergo on a deal. Yeah, it's winter. That's what I said. He's a Yorkshireman, Shrek. He's from Conisborough, so not a million miles away from you. Yeah, the chat is sometimes a wee bit slow on StreamYard. It's showing on here that it's coming up at the same time. So, but obviously I'm watching that chat through the stream, so it's about the same. I think there's 14 seconds delay, isn't there, from you tapping it. I've been vaping them sub-ohm tanks for the last few weeks, thinking flavour's nearly the same. No, maybe the thing is you've done real well with that computer, Kenny, haven't you? It wasn't massively expensive. And it's done you really well. It was a complete success. That you ought to be doing a review on that computer. So let's have a little say hello. Good afternoon, Craig. Lovely to see you. GT Twincam, nice to see you, mate. Obviously, SVR, Mr. Shrek Vape Reviews, lovely to see you. And Kenny, lovely to see you. So that's everybody. That's twice as many as I got on my building stream last week for my little cat, Mr. Intense. Good afternoon to you, sir. I got a bit drunk last night. So if anybody's spanner's disappeared, let me know. Let's stop bloody drinking. Getting too much down me. I don't know. Bloody hell. John Paul Glasgow, good afternoon to you. I use it for 160 quid 2-year warranty, I think. Yeah, use it for the YouTube and switch it off. I went out, bought two computers, 2 laptop computers. I bought one from Amazon, it was crap. Bought one from Argos, it wasn't very good either. Went back to my old MacBook Air, and it works pretty well, to be honest. This Streamyards is a good compliment to because you don't. I actually watched the video and it told you the reason that you get on well with Streamyards is that all what's going on is going on in Streamyard servers, not in your computer. So with OBS, you're obviously trying to run OBS and the servers, whereas when you're doing it with Streamyard, it's doing it in there. So that's why it's more friendly to a computer with a lower memory. Well, a MacBook Air doesn't have a fan in it, so it can't call it down. So that's why when you put it on OBS, it stammers. It never will work because it's not strong enough to do it. I use my mobile up to 4K 60 frames per second. Yeah, definitely. I use it. The front-facing camera on my iPhone is 60 frames per second 4K. It takes a day or two to do it, but if you do a video like when I'm older and that, you put something on it, it shows up and it's absolutely marvelous, especially on a really sunny day. Be interesting to try for the warranty, Kenny, if it goes off. So I've got some coils from CC Coils, and I'm going to put them in at some point. Yeah, MacBook Air and no fan. Yeah, no, the Air meaning smaller, I think. That's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. And somehow, well, yeah, that's the thing, when you start using your editing software, there's always a place where the videos end up. And if you don't watch it sometime, this has got a fairly big memory because Graham ordered this computer. I just paid for it because obviously Graham knows what he's on about because that's what he does for a living. So I got him to order it, and I just paid the bill at the end. Hello, Lynn. Nice to see you again, mate. Hope you're doing really well. I've got that ripsaw, and I need to get with somebody because every time I wick it up, I just end up with a mouthful of juice. And it's a bloody RDA. I ought to ask Brent if he's still talking to me. Always watch out when you're going through a bit of a rough time. Sometimes you can be mad at the world, not at people, and you actually forget who your friends are. So there's a bit of advice from an old bald man. Sometimes you just hear something and it winds you up, but it's not actually the case. So then you have to go backwards. Good afternoon, Mr. Craig D. That's twice that he's come into a live stream. I've missed him. Look at this. Yours is an i7. Can you remember? I can remember we were in a group, weren't we, on a Zoom or something like that, and we started off with that computer that you've got, Kenny, and in the end we got you up to about 500 or 600 quid, and then we went back down after the end of 2 hours. You weren't obviously drinking, but we were. At the end of 2 hours, we got back down to your computer, and you just bought it. We got you from whatever it was to like, oh well, you could get this, and you could get a mini this, and you could get one of them, and and that's just worked out spot on for you, hasn't it? It's been brilliant. So the 3 or 4 hours in between was a complete waste of time because you bought the same thing anyway. And I've got this microphone on StreamYards turned up to about 150%. It does seem to suffer if I go onto somebody else's stream. Now, I don't know whether it's the style of microphone or whether it's the tone of the microphone, but it does seem to be a bit quieter when you're on somebody else's stream. Well, when you're on here, obviously, you can manually turn it up yourself. When you're on OBS and you're doing it for yourself, you can manually turn it up for yourself. Hello, Tyler. Nice to see you, mate. Hope you're well. But if you go into somebody else's live stream, then you're not able to turn it up for yourself, and it seems a bit quiet. But Anyway, I don't know what that is, but everybody else's doesn't seem to be. And it was only when I started messing about with fancy microphones that they found that as well. You can manually turn it up in street. Yeah, I've done. That's what I've done in here. So it should be pretty loud, isn't it? Is it pretty loud? It's hard to tell on because there's no meter on this one. I am doing well, mate. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I have the odd day where I just get mad at the world and sometimes don't behave accordingly, to be really honest. But hopefully it'll be few and far between. Ordered some fluid today. I ordered some last night from a little shop in Northern Ireland. Owned by Vapor Bunny. So we were teasing Graham saying, are you going to release it for pre-order, Graham? No, I'm going to do it. So I bought a bottle of Onyx from Bunny. So obviously the reviewers packs are coming out at some point. And but they are slightly delayed because everybody wants the product and there's not as much of it about. So you got to bloody buy it if you want it, haven't you? Fair play anyway. Good afternoon, Mr. Tetley. Nice to see you. Oh, you've ordered from Net Reality. So somebody's done that. I bought 2 bottles off him last week. So what I'm trying to do, as we said last week, and I fully appreciate why they've done it. Dispergo are not supporting promoters anymore, which is absolutely fair dues. The vaping industry's changed. Everybody needs the money. And so, just buy it off. And I've got, to be honest, if they stop selling it tomorrow, I would probably be a year and a half before I run out. I've got 36 bottles of this. I'll show you. Not that one. That's what's left of the one that came over from Australia. All of it full, 60 mils, nothing missing out of it. Now I can't get it back in. There's another one there, look. Another one there. So it should be all right for a while. You just accumulate it, don't you? You just you'll see a cheap deal or something like that. There's that on there, but there's 2 months worth there. 2 more there. Furious e-liquids, yeah. It just turns up sometimes, doesn't it? So, do you want to try this? Oh yeah, go on then. I'll send you a bottle and I'll send you 5. It's so Dispergo were very, very, very generous. A little bit too generous. It's big. But I've also been the man of all clearances sometimes as well. So you'll just see a clearance deal. And you pick some up off there. I actually got some. It is a bit white label though. I'm planning on giving this away tonight. It's not the sort of thing I'd vape. I got it in one of them things. There's a couple of bottles like that. One's a Skittle, one's a something else. I think they call it white label. There's the nick to go with it, so I'll probably give that away tonight. Live on the show, we've got hello, Chris. How you doing? Christopher, posh name. We've got a guest on this evening, Mr. Mark Solon is coming over to see us. So that'll be an interesting thing. We have had him on before, but it's quite a while ago. So it'll be interesting to have a word with him, see what he's doing. End up buying 10 bottles of Savage Simon's. Well, that's that. That's exactly. Some of that, what's in there, would have been that type of thing. And you just pick it up, don't you? I mean, there was one bit, there was this stuff. Looks not it. I'll find it in a minute. Here. This Crisp Vape Co. I bought that in 2020. There was I got it wrong last week. I must have had a few beers or something. But there was one where they did a strawberries and champagne, and then there was this honeysuckle one, and I think that was £2 a bottle. And I ended up buying like 20 bottles of it. Just kept ordering it until I got it all, and I vaped it all. That is the only one that is actually left. I never threw any away because it was a really nice e-liquid. It's made by Crisp Vape Co., which is, I can't remember what that meant. That one, I haven't got the right glasses on. Is it Mr. Fogg or somebody? Or it was one of them. It was nice. It was really nice e-liquid. That you've got 250 long fills, yeah. Still got Craig's Christmas pudding here. That's never got to him. Could be turning up in Expo in May if you're going to be there. You and Craig can share it out, can he? Oh yeah, there's another. That was made on the 1st of the 11th. Never been opened. Well, steep. You can't oversteep a tobacco anyway, can you? Anybody send anything? Oh, Craig can have it all. Oh, right. You don't fancy a bit of what was it? It was one. My brother-in-law actually gave me it. He says, "Yeah, you can have that." So I actually used it in a video because I used to mix with their stuff, and I've got one of their what do they used to call it? Pre-mix. They used to send you a bottle of pre-mix stuff, so you didn't have to mess about with it. So basically, you put your nick shots in and then topped it up. It was one of the easiest ways of learning how to mix ever. So I just made it up, and I've never actually vaped it. I bet it smells gorgeous by now, because it did smell pretty pungent back then, but I just didn't fancy. I could just imagine everything smelling of it. Oh, I don't know. It might have gone off. Let's have a go. Christmas pudding out. I ain't really got that. Yeah, bottle shots. Yeah, that's what they called them, weren't they? They sent you. You got that. I mean, if you bought them, there'd be that much in the bottom for about 12 quid, wouldn't they? And then they sent you the big litre of. They always sent you too much of that pre-mixed PGVG. Then enough nick shots. Sometimes you could get that for a tenner. Andy, see how are you doing? If Bogan got a dinghy over it, he'd get a 5-star hotel room and a free phone and a pushback. His wife's got dual nationality. I didn't realise that. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. There'll be enough money going there. I'll tell him he could come stop at our house and we'll drink Imperial Stouts all night and then we can plan the revolution. He ain't got back to me yet, so we'll see. I do hope for a free, what do they call them? The mechs. Can't think what they call them now. Free phone and a pushback. I was listening to. You never know what's true on the internet and what isn't. But Bonza, that's it. Yeah, the special one with the stack. I'm going to stack Bonza. I'm not laughing at his situation. I'm just laughing just because I am. I was listening to something, and you have to be careful what you listen to. And it's not always true. But there was a guy sat on a bus, and some people that had come over to get away from what they didn't like. And they were complaining about how they were being treated over here. And this guy got pretty, he wasn't irate. He just said to him, I don't think you're being very fair. I think you've been quite well looked after and you've always got the option of going back. And she actually apologised in the end. But I suppose it's really easy. It'd be funny if he turned up at the door. Yeah, well, it would, yeah. Especially if he brought the kids because we wouldn't really have anywhere for him to sleep. But if just him and the wife come, we haven't got a double bed in there. We might have to move the ironing off it and that type of thing. But I could soon whip out and get him some Imperial Stout. Good thing about Sam, he doesn't take much room up, does he? Bless him. It must be, I can imagine what he's going through. Obviously, you've set up a business. It's been going lovely. And then all of a sudden, somebody says you can't do it. It's like all of a sudden, yeah. All of a sudden, somebody says you're not actually allowed to trade in what you're doing. It just seems a bit weird. I'm not going to go on about it because I don't know what the complexities are, but it just seems that, it's always, if big tobacco had have invented it, there wouldn't have been any of this problem throughout the world, in my honest opinion. I tell a lie. He couldn't move to my council estate. His tattoos are too posh. Are they all spelt right? Mine are. I went to pay my credit card in M&S because they closed my bank down, so I can't do it in that anymore. It's just, you have to, when you've paid it, you have to sign a little slip to say that you've given them money to put in, so they can put it in the till. And I look round, and there's an old, because I got my hand on the belt of the thing, and I look round, and there's an old lady just reading what it said on my left hand. I thought, all right. Only judge can God me. Yeah, that's right. That's very important to always make sure your tattooist is not dyslexic. Just imagine Graham being a tattooist. That's exactly what it'd say if he put it there. So there'll be a lot of people vaping fluid within the next couple of days. I think mine will be by about Wednesday. I bought the Onyx because they mentioned it might be a bit like an Eisenberg, so I thought I'd give that a go, just as a starter. I've already got 3 coming, which is the Jam Roly Poly, the tobacco one, and I can't think what the other one was. But I had a few beers last night, and I ordered that, and I went. I then went on after I'd ordered it to make sure I hadn't got 2 bottles of it coming. Must be like the most intense spelling contest ever, doing a tattoo. Have you noticed, though, that like when you have it done, obviously your skin's swollen, isn't it? Because it's just been injected a million times, and you think, oh, that's not level. And then when the swelling goes down, it's perfectly level. It's never something I was really ever going to have done until Lou was poorly, and I thought, well, sometimes you just fancy doing things, don't you? I was actually going to have love put on that hand, and we was on the way down to the tattoo place because I'd already said what I was going to have written on there, and then I said to my wife, I said, no, I'm going to have love put on there instead. And then we found out, because they were on about the diagnosis might not be that diagnosis, and we found out that the diagnosis was what it was. And I said, right, so I'm having foot put on there. Matt Polly, nice to see you, mate. Hope you're well. With your spanner, I was thinking of taking some of these spanners off, then everybody will get offended. So I don't know. I think we're in that situation where if you, once you've done something, you can't go back, really. That was it. Tea and biscuits. I've actually tried the tea and biscuits at Expo, and it definitely is tea and biscuits. I'm not mental on pineapple, to be really honest. So I didn't go for that one. Eventually, I'll try more. I'll buy 1 bottle off each supplier just to keep in. Only in 5 minutes. Going to collect the kids from school. Them were the days. I used to do school contracts years ago. They got to the point where the local authority, at the time, they were going on about minimum wage going up. And, everybody must be paid fairly. But then they got to the stage where they wanted a £100 job doing for 75. And then they only wanted you for 6 months of the year because all the time it's shut. And I just thought, well, and then they were rude. They were so rude to you that everything was, they actually thought they were in charge of everything. So they were going to speak to you exactly how they wanted to. And I just thought, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to bother. And then they sort of said, oh, are you interested in doing this? And no, you're all right. And I just kept putting really stupid prices in. They were giggling, I would double it up, and they were sort of, they knew what I was doing. Anyway, then it came round to re-registering, and I didn't bother. I better put this because you're supposed to put it on. Let's make sure I spelt it right. There we go. How do you make it work? Banner. Show. Look at that. I've got it in green on this one. It's cool, isn't it? Hello, Bill. How you doing? Here, if an old bald guy sits in the car in front of a school, they call the police. yeah. Well, they would here if you were. I could invite you in, Bill, but I don't know how you do it. Be interested to see if it worked, to be honest. Presumably there's a link. Is it just the link at the top of the screen then? I bet it is, isn't it? I might send it to Bill. Or you can. Does anybody else want? How many can you have in on the free one? Are you set up, Ken? You can come in if you want. I think you just do it there, do you? Net Reality. Bloody hell, there's everybody here. 3D. Good afternoon, good morning, or wherever you are. I don't actually know where 3D is. Let's do it. Let's do this. Is Craig still there? Has he gone? I presume it's just that link that's in your browser at the top. Nevins, how are you doing? We're just talking about fluid. Nobody else has mentioned it today, so we thought we ought to. Where are we? God, I'm so useless. Yeah, try that, Bill. If you're interested. No, don't want to do it. I ain't copied it. Right. I'm supposed to copy it first, son. Paste. I presume that's it. There you go. That would be interesting. See if Bill can get it to work. Yeah, vape gems have got it on now, and it's being ordered by the gallon. So everything's good. I ordered mine from Northern Ireland. It was even more expensive than bloody vape gems. The shipping, I was disgusted. Get in touch with my MP. Oh, that's it. All right, we're connected up. Bill's probably in his car. He's like, why would I want to go in there? Change. Audio. Yep, done. If it turns up, it won't be feeding back now. Waiting for the strawberry one at Vape and Go. I've got to let you in, Bill. Sorry. This is banned from studio. Shall I press that? Add to stage. Now you're going to set your microphone up, I think, or is it me? If you go into that little thing there, the square at the top of the square, or is it me? Have I done it? Hello, Coyle. How you doing, mate? It may be me. If you go into settings and then go on to audio, click settings at the bottom onto audio. Unless it is me, let's make sure I'm there you go.
A little better.
That's it. Yeah, you got to turn your microphone on in here.
It was on a different mic.
All right. It won't come through at all.
But now okay.
We've got more in here now than we get at night.
Thing is I've got.
If you look on the left-hand side,
I see.
where it says comments, if you click on that, it'll show you the chat.
Yeah, well, I've got it up over here like I normally would have, so I can see everything anyhow.
Oh, you can have it twice.
Yeah, you got me right in the middle of bacon.
Oh, nice. Not too bad then. Yeah, I just thought I'd already got a stream up, and you have to change the stream key if you use the OBS. So I thought I'll just see if this Streamyards will work, and it did. So it comes straight out. It's working a treat. It's actually good. The audio is good, isn't it? The picture's good, isn't it?
Seems fine.
Mm.
I think the picture's better.
Mm. I was just saying it. I watched a video on it, and this lady was on about if you've got a fairly low output computer, from the lower end, it's one of the best ones to go on because the servers you're using their servers, not the ones in your computer. They're taking all the strain, not you.
Yeah, I can feel them. The weight.
Catch you later, Kenny.
The weight was lifted off my shoulders as soon as I came in.
Oh.
Yeah, so I knew they were taking all the strain, and I wasn't.
We've got ticker tape along the bottom, green names. What else do you want?
Yeah, I never knew nicotine was an addictive chemical. Wow, that's amazing.
Well, the thing is, you're supposed to normally on the OBS you just put a little sign up because technically, if you're doing a live stream and you're vaping, they can knock you off because of it. So,
well, what if you're vaping? What if you're vaping zero nicotine now?
Never thought of that. Never thought of it.
So then whenever they knock you off, you go back and say, "Hey, that was zero nic," and they come back. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sorry about that. Never thought of that.
Yeah.
This zero nicotine's lovely. Anyway, let's have a buffet. I showed you that. You'd enjoy that. I can assure you'd enjoy that because you're a bit of a cinnamon guy.
Island Danish crunch.
Yeah, Danish.
Does it really have a crunch?
No, don't crunch. I suppose if you put sand in the threads, it would do on the thing.
Yeah, I guess if you bite on the tip, it'll crunch some. Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah.
Try not to bite the end though. Did you see Bogan's coming to the UK? He is. We're inheriting a Bogan.
You mean like as a citizen or just for visiting?
No, he's coming to live here.
Oh.
Apparently his wife's got dual nationality. So they're going to be able to come across. It's going to cost him a fortune. So he's doing a GoFundMe. So if anybody wants to chuck in, you actually, if you put enough in, he will come and live with you for a week.
So in other words, don't put much in.
The thing is, if you want to support somebody,
he does know that you all don't allow cursing in the UK, right?
Well, that's right, yeah. And the other thing is, he's going to have to up his game on the beers because he's only been drinking that Australian shit. So he'll be wankered for the first week,
and he can't use the C word. Yeah.
No, you're expected to use the C word.
Yeah.
Even if your granny comes around, you could still use the C word. Look at that, Lynn Smith. Net Reality is my order on the way. I'm gonna text Bunny in a minute. Say, I ain't come yet. I ordered it at midnight.
It's in the depot. Yeah, the old checks in the mail thing.
Yeah,
sure, Net. Yes, yeah.
He's lost 2 stone since he opened this business because he runs around to the thing that many times a day.
Why isn't he in here? I mean, he saw the same thing I did. Yeah.
Yeah, why ain't
Where you at, Net? Get your butt in here. Yeah. We got room.
Know.
Look, we can put you up in the top left-hand corner up there, right behind where it says live 34 minutes.
Vape and brew. Vape and I don't want to put a link to it in the thing, but vape and brew. But I think into EN brew when you Google it. So you know that, yeah, she's got the full ranging. Or Vape Gems, he's got the full ranging.
Yeah, but you can't trust Vape Gems. Yeah.
probably can't really say that, Bill, because
you order one thing and you might get 5 different things. You know,
thing is, if you get this time in the afternoon before he's got stoned, you should be all right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, we just said it was probably not a good idea to put the link in, so Andrew puts the link in. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't put the link in because it's a vape link.
I don't know.
Somebody kick Mr. Intense out.
He'll kick himself out. You might have to just. I'll take it out because he's not.
Yeah.
It's next to the love art.
Yeah, you never know. It's right above it now. Somebody type cheers. I'll move it up a little bit for you, and I'll figure out something to put in.
There we go. Got it. I've got it. There we go. You've been deleted. Yeah, that's it. FG24. That'll do.
Yeah, he could have deleted himself. He's got a.
You could, yeah. You can actually delete it yourself even if you haven't got a spanner.
Yeah, I know. I can't.
Cicero, what are you doing?
Yes, you can. All you do is go over to the little dots over on the side there.
It's all right. I've done it now anyway.
You can remove your own post. You can remove where you said I can't remove my post even.
I took up jogging for my New Year's resolution, but I kept spilling my beer. It's a bit of a dad joke, but I'll take it. It's good. I can't remove my posts. Why? Are they?
No dots showing. You have to put your cursor over there to get them to show.
Depends what he's on. I don't know if he's on a computer or a thing. There's some. The dots will turn up if you haven't got to do it anyway because we've done it, so don't worry about it. But if you hover over any post, it'll show you the three dots on the right hand side of the page where the love heart is, and you just go on there and it allows you to.
Yeah, the love heart keeps you from being able to get them. You got to move it up a little bit.
But it's the first thing they need to remove, really.
Yes. The I hate heart.
Yeah. They obviously put it on there to do with TikTok because you can keep pressing likes on the side of the screen on TikTok. So they've obviously done it for that reason. All right. Mr. Intense has got the only screen with no dots.
No, actually, he's right. If I go to my post where I typed in hashtag FG23 and I go over there, there's no dots. I can get them on his, but I don't get them on my own.
All right. Sorry about that. Welcome to the UK, folks. He's coming. Yeah, they're meant to be over here by March. We're going to start house hunting. I don't know where he's going to live. I didn't say. I did invite him. I'm just saying I invited him round as to come stay the night. We'll drink Imperial Stouts and start a revolution. He ain't got back to me yet, so whether that's going to happen. He's lucky, really, that he's able to do it. He's going to have a bit of a shock, though, when he lives over here full time, because I think they have a fairly... Mr. Intense is right. Well, I never... I ain't actually posted anything, so... Presumably, because it's like the channel account. So you can take everybody else's out.
Yeah, I can do dots on anybody else's, but where I put in hashtag FG24, if I go hover over that, it doesn't give me the dots.
Yeah, because no, it does on a phone. I don't mind house swap with Bogan.
I get dots on everybody else's stuff.
Mm.
But I'm dotless.
Dotless.
And I figured maybe I could right click and do something with it, but that doesn't.
I did a live stream on this the other night. There's about 5 people watching, and I said the only thing is that I can actually see how many people are watching now. So it makes you paranoid. Normally when you're doing it, if the chat goes quiet, you're not too worried. You just think, oh, it's gone quiet. But now you can actually find out you're talking to yourself.
You should be kind of used to that, though.
Well, yeah.
We've got white shit on the ground.
Well, apparently it's a spanner thing.
I'm going to
It
have
must
to.
be a bit of a glitch. You got white stuff on the ground.
Yeah, I'm going to have to start using colored golf balls in order to be able to play right now. So we got about an inch and a half and maybe 2 inches, and then we've got more on the way here. Another hour or two, I guess. But
golf's cancelled then.
Yeah, the wife took her clothes and stuff to work with her in case she has to stay.
Yeah, home alone. Just imagine the peace. Just get her to take the cat with her, and you cracked it.
Yeah, because when you work in healthcare, they don't you're not allowed to call in, even if you can't get there. It turns out it's true. It is like, no, you can't call in. Get here.
What are you supposed to do then?
Well, sometimes what'll happen is if it gets real bad, they'll like take the sheriff department stuff will actually go to people's house and pick them up and take them.
Wow.
To get them there. But
that 4-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, like what it gets down to is in the healthcare industry, you can't like say, well, I don't be able to make it in today. Just let those people die.
yeah, that's right. There's not really an option, is there? You work in intensive care, they can't. Not.
If she watches the weather and sees where it might get kind of nasty, she just packs clothes and toiletries and takes them with her, and then that way, if she has to stay, she just stays there.
Stays for a couple of days.
Just
have they got accommodation?
It's not that bad. It's a hospital. I mean, so basically there's beds and there's rooms and stuff. So yeah, they just put them up in one of those.
And they can obviously there's food available, isn't there? Because it's an hospital.
Yeah. So
sensible idea. Like you say, there's no options not go. You can play with orange high-vis balls. That's all right if you're 6 foot deep, and you'd give it.
If I had orange high-vis balls, Mr. Intense, I'd be at the doctor saying, "Are these supposed to look like this?"
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Sam's it's going to be a bit of a shock for him living in the UK. A lot of people think it's a bit of a utopia, but I suppose I've never lived in Australia, so it might be just the same over there. Taxation.
It'll take him a while to start speaking the language and stuff too. That'll be
yeah. It'll be different for him though, if because obviously at the minute you watch, you'll get over here, and then this new survey thing will come out, and then they'll start doing it over here as well. But
either that or basically get there and I don't know where he's at but I mean, everything's backwards, obviously. So I would, I would wait till March because it's warm there, and then in March it'll start warming up where you're at, so he can kind of just skip winter this year. At least you get out of one winter.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting thing for it. It's like I said, though, you'd be able to do all the European expos and stuff like that will work out for him. Apparently, it's $10,000 a visa. It's a lot of money.
Damn.
The easiest way, obviously, if you're from a war-torn country and you manage to get through about 10 different countries and then get on a little rubber boat and then turn up here, that's the easiest way of getting in here because they actually give you some free money and put you up in an hotel.
So the first thing that he needs to do is to start a revolution in Australia and then claim it's a war-torn country and ask for asylum in the UK, and he can get well, hell, that's better than paying 10 grand.
It's a lot easier. They give you 10 grand. You just end up living in a hotel or an army camp or something. You've been telling me for ages that Guars rip batteries, and I think, well, they don't rip mine. If you can see it, it's actually done it.
Yeah, just the bottom, see, mine on the top, they do.
Yeah, I don't know. I usually give them, these are molly cells. I usually just give them a really good shove and I can actually get them in, but I've noticed it's done both of them. I don't know if I've got any wraps left, to be honest.
I got some if you need one. It's a couple right back there. I could put them in. So is your river flooding or something? You keep putting pictures of your river on Facebook. Or are you just basically becoming a river rat? What is it?
No, just after drama, you know what I mean? See if I get anybody to send me some money, just in case we were drowned.
Oh, because
No, what it was, I was on Instagram, and it says, "Oh, do you want to share this do you want to share your post to your Facebook thing?"
Hmm.
So I clicked yes. Of course, it saved that one. And if you looked, even my brother went, "Has it flooded again?" There we go. This is an Australian one, look.
It's upside down.
Backwards.
No, that would be a dyslexic one if it's backwards.
Yeah, this is Graham's.
Yeah.
Come on, focus, you fucker. It's not going to do it, is it? I think
Well,
it's
see, my camera's backwards, actually, isn't it? Can you flip that? Mirror my camera. There we go. All right, now we're good.
Mine's just the same as it is on OBS.
Now it's better.
It's just the same to us. It was just the same to us. To us, it was just the same. It was only your view, not ours.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm looking on there.
Yeah.
And then here. It just feels like when I looked over here in this corner a while ago, it had me looking over there.
Yeah.
I thought, there ain't nothing over there. I was going to give you a rap, and I was in the wrong place.
That no stupid people is on over my left shoulder. That's my left shoulder. That's stupid.
Are you trying to tell me something?
It's there. Yeah. Yeah, it's over there. I suppose we better pop off, really. Otherwise, we'll have nothing to talk about later.
Well, we got somebody else on later, so we should be.
Oh, we have. We've got the lovely Mr. Solo. Graham never came in, did he?
No. Yeah, that's how he is, you know.
I've just found out how you invite the guests.
Either that or he may be there, but he's just not. He can't. You never let him in. Graham knows that if he comes in, you're just going to keep him in the back room and not pop him in.
No, he's not there.
Yeah.
That's one thing you got to watch out for, because you're in that bottom screen there, and if you've got it on full screen, you can't see it, and it doesn't beep or anything at you.
Yeah, I was going to say, because mine at the bottom says you're in the show. Everyone can see and hear you. I'm like, well, thanks.
I don't know if your camera was mirrored, as your parting would be on the other way, Mick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's two things he's done today. I could get compensation for the way he treats me. So you don't know anything about fluid then, Bill?
Yeah, I mean, when I used to have like the Zippo, and then you put the fluid in the bottom of it, and then when you go to light it, that fluid, and then you get, oh man, that was a good smell. So yeah, I know fluid. Yeah,
I've actually still got some in the cupboard somewhere.
Some lighter fluid. Yeah, I like lighter fluid. Yeah,
the original Zippo fluid.
Yeah, you had to get it because you could get the off-brand shit, but it didn't seem to work as well. Yeah,
no,
it was like if you got the deals for your Flint.
Yeah.
If you got a Zippo Flint, it'd last a lot longer than if you got the cheapy brand. Ronson, I think Ronson had fluid and the Flints, but they weren't as good.
Did you ever keep a spare flint in the hole underneath as well?
Oh, yeah. You put it under the cotton. You got a little place down there to stick it. Or there's a little tiny hole on the right side. You could
shove
pop
one
it
in
there, or else you could just put a couple under.
Did you ever notice that it was only ever after you'd filled it up that the flint used to go? You'd been on a construction site somewhere, so you used to take it out, change the flint, and then it used to let all the fuel go, really. So by the time you get home at night, you want to bloody refill it again.
Then when you do that last, and then you'd click it, and then it would just shoot the little piece of flint out. Find a little tiny.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I've done things. I used to roll my own cigarettes, and I got 3 mile in the middle of down a riverbank once on a job down there, and pulled the cigarette paper out and realised there was only 2 left in it or 3 left in it. I got a 12-hour shift, and I didn't have another packet. Ever after that, I used to buy them in packets. I used to buy 10 packs at once, put elastic band around them, and shove them in my work bag to make sure I always had And as when I got down to 5, I'd buy 5 more just to make sure. It's all 2 ounces of hand rolling tobacco and no papers to wrap them up in. What the best day of my life that was. Because you don't have one to cigarette.
You can find stuff because, basically when it comes to paper, hell, as I said, shit, we would run out of papers for some of the other stuff that you used to roll. And if we didn't have any, we just take and peel the label off like a Budweiser bottle and just peel it off real slow. And you get that label and roll it. Tastes a little funky every now and then, but hey, it's you only
a bit inky.
Hit a few times and you were good. So yeah, we rolled it and all kinds of shit if we couldn't find it. There was a thing on. I was watching some show. Billy Connolly was talking to whoever the host was of the show, and Billy Connolly was telling him about the time when they ripped out a page out of the Bible and rolled one.
Sacrilege.
Yeah,
that's why they said thou shalt not smoke because you might run out of fag papers.
He said it was Revelations.
Definitely. Hello, Faxi. You've got your wish anyway. So homes on later. I got drunk again last night. Took everybody's spanner off. We ended up with 40. Billy Lee, how you doing?
The other thing with Billy Connolly is I never realized for the longest time that he was in a band with Jerry Rafferty.
No, I didn't. Was he? He's a good singer.
Yeah. Jerry Rafferty, Billy Connolly, and another guy, and they were called the Humbugs or Hum something or the other.
I didn't know that.
They were together before Billy Connolly went out to be a comedian, and Rafferty went on to,
He was he was also a shipyard worker as well. And he did a lot of stuff about that. And a lot of he actually did like folk style songs as well. Some of them with like comedy songs as well.
Yeah.
But he actually showed that he was a lot of it was about this time in the shipyards before because
now Steelers Wheel was after when Billy Connolly wasn't in Steelers Wheel.
John Paul says Humble Bees.
Yeah. I don't remember what it's called. The Humble. I don't think it was the Humble Bees, but it was something. Look.
I don't know if John Paul's from Glasgow or that's his surname, but he probably would know.
Humble Bums.
Humble Bums.
Yes.
So John Paul didn't know, so it might not be from Glasgow. All right, messages to let you know. Oh, bless him. They've changed the YouTube Studio on the phone. He wanted the thumbnail so we could share it out. And now when you go on YouTube Studio on the phone, if you set it up on the computer, it won't allow you to do anything to it on the phone. It's a right pain, to be honest. You can't. It's not even there. So
I don't know. I haven't been in YouTube Studio in ages.
No. Can you imagine it? Everyone's updated now, probably. There'd be cobwebs in there. You'd have to clean it.
Yeah. I after I took the Monday show, once I stopped doing it, then I just basically hid everything, and I don't think I've been in there since then. Yeah. Not actually in YouTube Studio. I have no reason to go in YouTube Studio.
You should put it all back on. See if you get some big hits, and you might be monetized by now.
Yeah.
How many subscribers have you got?
I don't know. I said I haven't been in there. That's been what, 3 years? I have no idea. Mm-hmm. Probably 0. Yeah.
You did seem to get quite a lot. Really? Let's have a look. I don't know if you can go to your channel. Channel.
I said I don't know, but I said I haven't gone in it in a long time.
It shows you everything you put on the channel, on our channel, on this channel, but not on. Does it actually let you go through to your channel? No, I think you have to do it after.
I probably do.
I'll go to channel. Go to channel. Here we go. 110 subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
You could be making a lot of money in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Be a rich girl.
Anyway, it's time we went. Nice to see everybody. There's no outros on here because it's the free version. And I haven't found where you can add it.
So it's a free outro. Everybody
It's a free
hum your
outro.
favorite song.
You just get a chance to wave. Bye bye, everybody. We'll see you later. We're back on at 9 o'clock with the lovely solo. All right. Bye bye. Has it done it?
I don't know. Now, do we stay here?